And is he right to be worried that they might be stealing ideas from France?
Sam, it's 40 of Silicon Valley's biggest funders, companies like Sequoia Capital and General Atlantic. And you could say that it's quite a reasonable fear to have, the fear of talent and ideas going overseas. Perhaps what you could question, though, is the wisdom of expressing that fear so openly. Now, according to official sources, these meetings with American investors were always intended to be done very discreetly. They haven't even been mentioned in the president's official schedule. And I think part of the reason for that is the way in which the president traditionally tries to tread a delicate balance with the way he manages US relations. He wants to woo the big money, but he also wants to provide warnings about how he likes things to be done. Touring Paris with big money investors against a backdrop of anti-capitalist graffiti, that's really going to test Mr. Macron's sales skills.
Yeah, he's certainly got a lot on his plate at the moment. Let's move on to our second topic, Guy. And Royal Dutch Shell has a new model for executive pay. Talk us through how this new system works.
Yeah, well, they announced today they're going to set up short-term carbon emission targets in 2020. And crucially, they've said that the pay of top bosses is going to be linked to hitting these emission targets. This comes after intense pressure from shareholders, including the Church of England, demanding that much more is done on climate change. Experts are hopeful that moves like this from big business are going to help governments hit those critical Paris climate agreement targets. And I think we are seeing a real intensification of short-term initiatives right now. We've heard from Sir David Attenborough and his warnings from Poland today. We know the UN is predicting reaching the 1.5 degree threshold as early as 2030. And by uniting on short-term action, businesses and governments are really hoping that they can take that critical decision that's going to help make a long-term difference.
And our final topic, Guy, the UK fashion giant Ted Baker has been hit with a workplace scandal, which in turn has hit its share price. Talk us through what's gone wrong here.
Well, Sam, allegations of forced hugging and other alleged incidents of harassment have sent the Ted Baker share price into a tumble, down 15% this afternoon, following a petition by 200 staff. With activism, we see a lot of activism at the moment. We've heard about the activism, investor activism at Shell. We're now hearing the power of employee activism here at Ted Baker. Many of these allegations are personally directed at the founder, Ray Kelvin. Now, as well as being serious and concerning and embarrassing, there's also real financial risk here. Ted Baker is going to be giving a trading update this Thursday, and any thought of the key man behind the brand being under threat, well, that's something to make analysts very nervous indeed.
Yeah, challenging times ahead there for Ted Baker. Guy Shone, the CEO of Explain the Market. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us again here on Euronews.